Hey guys, I'm back in my old stomping grounds here in Southwest Florida. Don't know when or if this storm is going to hit behind me, but we need to get into the walk around of the 2022 Lexus UX 250h hybrid. This is all-wheel drive for 2023. If you haven't seen my walk around on the refreshed model, make sure to check that out when I was in Plano, Texas for HQC 2022. This model is pretty much identical except for the infotainment. Now this is an F Sport model and we do have paint matched wheel arches, which was an option for 2022, but for 2023 it is standard on F Sport. And for 2023 you get the optional dynamic handling package. They add additional body welds to this vehicle. On the F Sport you get the blacked out roof. Regardless of what model year it is, whether it's a 2020 model or this 2022, the UX is still a very eye-catching vehicle. Now I wish that we had darkened chrome around the edges of the windows for this F Sport. Also, hybrid is gone on the 2023 model, at least on the side of the vehicle. And the badges that we see here, they're not blue, they're just like black background. So the badges are gone that are blue. Even the 250h is no longer blue. So if you like these blue accents on this 2022 model, definitely get this vehicle because those are going by the wayside for the 2023. And for the UX, the taillights are one of the highlights of the design piece for this vehicle. It's just gorgeous from every angle when you look at it from the back. I remember doing a walk around of a UX when this vehicle first came out in the winter in Nebraska. So if you guys want to check out maybe how far or not how far the channels come in that period of time, I can't believe I'm not getting rained on because my gosh, somebody is not too far away from me. Underneath the hood, I'm not going to pop it, but underneath the hood is the 2-liter M20A engine. Made it to this 4th generation Toyota hybrid system, gives us 181 horsepower. We have an electric motor to power the back. I'm getting around 37 miles per gallon, and the UX really likes for you to drive often to maximize your fuel economy. On my shorter trips, it doesn't like it, especially if it's hot out and I have to run the AC. But the walk around's done, and I love these F Sport wheels, by the way. The walk around's done. Let's get on the inside and check out what we have going. First of all, F Sport seats are gorgeous. That won't change for 2023. The side of the doors won't change for 2023. This is all pretty high quality stuff on the front door, but in the back door, where it's really, really tight, my daughters are sitting, so it's perfect for kids, but for me, sitting back here is not ideal for 6'1". This is all hard touch, which is kind of surprising. So hopefully Lexus, you're listening, make this soft touch here because even though it's a beautiful design, very simple, and looks quality, feels quality, hard touch is still not ideal. You also only have one map pocket back here. We do have USB rear chargers, so I can plug in, and 2 USB-Cs, mind you. So that is a more recent update. I believe when this vehicle came out, it was only USB-As. You fold this down. We have some cup holders here, but this is not a place where adults typically want to hang out. This is that's almost like your second trunk in this vehicle because let's get to the trunk real quick because the trunk is small in this hybrid. No, we don't have a spare tire, and if you look under here, this is kind of like a adjustable floor, so I can put that up here if I want to fold down the seats flat. Yeah, no spare tire in there whatsoever, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. We're going to get on the inside. There are some changes for the 2023 model year compared to this model. Now, this is this F Sport model, and it does have active sound control. I like this vehicle that it's a hybrid to be as quiet as possible, even if it's a sporty model. I just turned this off. So this is a button for your heads-up display. Not sure if you can see that. It's a decent heads-up display. It's not the most uniform. I get a little double vision, but it is big and there's color and it has a lot of options on it. It will not sync Apple CarPlay or Android Auto, I don't believe. This is different in the 2023 refresh as well. You don't have any of these controls. These are all gone. It's unfortunate because I really like resting my arm here and changing the volume, changing my radio presets, the tuning knob. All that is gone, but you get a bigger screen that's pulled forward a bit, and you have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Speaking of wireless, we don't have a wireless charger in here. So we have USB ports right there, and you have an additional accessory port here. But in the 2023 model, this is sloped downward, which the wireless charger does sit in. The touchpad, thank God, is gone, also in the 2023 model. Other than that, everything else in here is very familiar. The steering wheel is excellent quality. It feels so good. Getting the F Sport trim just for the steering wheel and the seats is probably worth the price. We do have the adjustable tachometer here that's inspired by the LFA. We've seen this in a ton of other Lexus F Sports before. We also have paddle shifters in here. Doesn't have a real transmission, so it simulates those gears. Large rearview mirror with garage openers, sunroof. This has always felt really good here with this stitching on top of the dash as well. Oh yeah, and let's not forget the shifter that matches the F Sport steering wheel here with the leather and red stitch. I just love this shifter, feels great. Even though it's a hybrid, it still keeps that traditional shifter. And this shifter I prefer over the new NX and even the new RX's shifter on those 2020 and 2020, those 2022 and 2023 models. And for 2023, Lexus keeps this shifter in this vehicle. Thank you, Lexus. And unchanged are the climate control buttons, which are, I would give like a 4 out of 5. No, we don't have knobs and dials, but I do have fan speed control. I do have temperature control, do have auto. So everything's right here where I want it. And to accompany that is the heating seats as well as heated steering wheel button. Yeah, we have a CD player in as well. That is all gone with the 2023 model with the new infotainment. Now, driving the UX shouldn't change from 2022 to 2023. We actually haven't had any confirmation from Lexus that the powertrain will be changing from a 4th generation to a 5th generation. So I'm not expecting this to get the 195 horsepower so that we see in the Corolla Cross. Not sure why. Not sure why the Toyota counterparts, even in Europe, the Corolla Cross has a 5th generation system with a little bit more power as well. My theory is that the battery pack might be a little bit smaller on that model, so maybe they just haven't worked out a system for this Lexus model quite yet. Can't figure it out, and I'm not going to try to. What we have here is a 181 horsepower all-wheel drive system, and if I just hammer down, you know, there isn't much. Even when you push the throttle, typically in a hybrid, you get an initial electric surge and then the gasoline engine really takes over. Well, nothing like that happens here. There's no electrification surge that you feel initially, and you're just waiting for the engine to quote unquote downshift, or for the CVT to put it into the optimal rev range to get the, I wonder if they had some family pictures at the beach or something. Those kids were in polos at the beach. Anyways, it was cute. So yeah, it needs to get in the optimal rev range for this thing to go anywhere anytime quick, as it would in any other CVT. Ride quality in the UX is surprisingly compliant. It's a smaller vehicle, so you might be thinking, oh, it's going to be super sporty. It's a soft ride. It's super comfortable. Even in this F Sport trim, it just handled that dip in the road really, really well. Always impressed by the ride quality here. Well, it is a Lexus, so I shouldn't be that surprised. Cruising along at 35 here, I'm in fully electric mode. It's a very quiet experience. The new UX does get special tires that's designed to reduce road noise. So that's something going for the 2023 refresh as well. Getting on the brakes here, and yeah, they're a bit non-communicative. I don't know what this guy's walking on a red hand. Well, I have a green arrow, but you know what? You do you, bro. Just keep those doggies safe. The brakes in here are not, I mean, they stop the car fine. They're just, the brake feel and the brake response is not great. You really don't know what the vehicle's doing. And it kind of reminds me of the previous generation Lexus NX 300h hybrid. The new 350h hybrid is much better, has much better brake feel. This vehicle still kind of has that mushiness to it. Heck, even the IS 500 has a terrible brake pedal feel, and that's a performance car. Now, this vehicle doesn't have the Mark Levinson sound system in it. That's a really rare thing, as well as heads-up display. I don't know if I've ever been on Lexus UX before that has a heads-up display or head-up display. So it's a good one. But no Mark Levinson in here. The sound system still sounds pretty good in here. It's pretty punchy. The highs aren't that crisp, but for a base sound system, it sounds pretty good, as it should in an expensive entry-level luxury car. Now for 2023, they are discontinuing the front-wheel drive 200 model non-hybrid. So this would be the last model year that you can get this vehicle in front-wheel drive only, naturally aspirated only. non-hybrid only. Now that vehicle only has 169 horsepower. It does have a dynamic shift CVT, which has the real physical first gear and simulates the 9 gears after that. It's not great. This powertrain is much more suited to this vehicle. Not only is it more powerful, it's more fuel efficient, and it's way smoother and way quieter. So if you can, at all costs, try to get the hybrid. It's also going to give you quite a bit better fuel economy. So overall, you're going to make up that savings in just a few years' time between the front wheel drive and the all-wheel drive model. And we're going to get hard into the throttle here. Pretty soft ride around that corner. That's what the 2023, and I'm pedal down right now. There's 50. You know, it's quick. I wouldn't say it's inspiring by any means. It's adequate for this vehicle. And you might be saying, Kirk, for this car's segment, it's extremely underpowered. And I can't argue that. The competition out there, most of them have turbo 2 liters. This is a naturally aspirated 2 liter with hybrid and electric power to it. What you give up in power is what this car beats up in efficiency, the competition. So most of its competition is probably around 25 to 30 miles per gallon. This thing, I'm at 38 miles per gallon now, and that's after me flooring it. So it's not that hard to get over 35 miles per gallon in this vehicle. And if you're playing your cards right, you should be able to get 40 or 40 plus. So it's hard for me to say if you should wait for the 2023 model year, because I don't know if the drivetrain has changed at all. I also don't know with the dynamic handling package how much different that vehicle feels, and I don't know how much quieter it is with the redesigned tires for that 2023 model year. Since I reviewed this vehicle more than once on the channel in the years past, there's not a whole lot for me to say about it other than the 2023 changes that this car doesn't have. Is this vehicle good enough for Lexus's entry? Yes and no. For much of the world, this size of vehicle is probably adequate, but here in North America, even as an entry-level vehicle, you do compromise a lot in cargo capacity as well as the rear leg room and rear passenger room. So Lexus also teased a different vehicle in December, slotting just below the UX, and that could be on its global B platform. If engineered properly, it could actually have a little bit more interior space than this. The question is, could that wagon-like vehicle make it here stateside? And that we have no idea. In fact, I'm not hopeful. So it looks like the UX, as of right now, more than likely is the only entry-level Lexus we're gonna get, even though I think they could benefit from having a Yaris Cross-like vehicle here. Bring it in around, I don't know, 27 to 35K would be the range. You know, put the 3-cylinder, 1.5 liter hybrid system in it with around 115 horsepower or whatever. It'll get 50 miles per gallon and look really cool. So, you know, that's a practical entry-level vehicle. But again, if this vehicle is too small for the US market, then maybe that other vehicle that was teased, surely it's coming, maybe announced sometime in 2020, by the end of 2023. I just don't know. Lexus didn't say anything about it when they unveiled the new RX. But what we have here is a very good, albeit small and cargo capacity challenged entry-level Lexus UX. Very charming vehicle. It's cool looking. It does have decent power. Its greatest attributes for the powertrain are smoothness, quietness, and fuel efficiency, which is more important than ever with $5 per gallon gasoline. But I'm gonna end this video so I can focus on driving. The storm finally caught up to me, or I probably caught up to it since I'm driving. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, smash the like button, subscribe for more Lexus news and reviews. Make sure to check out my 2023 walk around of the UX, see if there's anything there that you like. I'm gonna end it right there. We also have rain sensing wipers, so that's kind of cool. Anyways, gotta end it there. Thank you so much for watching.